Hi folks, this is Tara, the Homestead Hopeful, and today I've got a great tip for you that I recently discovered that will let you get a lot more seeds for your money, which is perfect for prepping because you'll not only have more than enough seeds to plant yourself, but also for your neighbors, which could be invaluable in long-term SHTF situations. After all, a well-fed neighbor is a friend, not a foe. Also, seeds could be unbelievably valuable for bartering in SHTF, so it's always a good idea to have more than you can use on hand. Alright, so I'm sure you have probably been used to buying seed packets that have 10, 25, maybe 100 seeds or so for most varieties. In the case of things like lettuce, you might end up getting about 1,000 seeds or so. And those seed packets are usually around $3 to $5 each if you shop at the major online seed sellers, or around $1 if you shop at some of the mom and pop shops or the value seed sections at Walmart or the Dollar Tree. It's not that many seeds, which is fine for the average home gardener who only wants to grow a handful of plants, but in an SHTF situation you're going to need a lot more than a few seeds. So one thing I've discovered is that you definitely don't want to shop those little seed packets if you're looking for bulk seeds. And even shopping for many varieties at the bulk seed stores can be pricey because they're often selling to commercial farmers, so they tend to price gouge. So what I've discovered is you can actually get a much better price for your seeds by buying seeds that are meant for sprouting or microgreens instead. Now, not all seed varieties will be available as microgreens. Some plants are not edible or are not considered fit to eat as microgreens. For example, tomato plants have long been rumored to be toxic, and whether that is true or not, enough people believe it that you don't really see tomato seeds as microgreens. Plus, most tomato varieties don't come in bulk packs anyway. But for seeds that are grown as sprouts or microgreens, you can get huge packages for very little money compared to the price you'd pay per gram by buying those tiny seed packs. Here's one example. Cilantro seeds at parkseed.com, one of the most well-known seed companies, are 100 seeds for $2.95. However, on Amazon, I found a 6-ounce package of cilantro seeds for sprouting for only $7.99. Now, that may not seem like a lot to you right now, but if you Google how many cilantro seeds are in an ounce, you'll learn there are approximately 2,000 seeds per ounce, meaning you'd get around 12,000 seeds for $7.99 instead of 100 seeds for $2.95. Even if you bought the dollar seed packets, 12,000 seeds would cost you about $120. Here's another example. At parkseed.com, 100 broccoli seeds cost around $4 to $5 depending on the variety. But on Amazon, I found 4 ounces of organic broccoli seeds for $6.99. Another quick Google result tells me there are about 9,000 broccoli seeds in an ounce, meaning you'd get about 36,000 broccoli seeds for $6.99 instead of 100 seeds for $4.95. It's mind-blowing. I also recently bought 5 pounds of organic green peas for sprouting for $16.99. There are approximately 2,000 pea seeds per pound, so I got about 10,000 English pea seeds for about $17. My favorite cheap seeds website sells 40 seeds for 99 cents. That means it would cost me about $250 to get the same number of seeds I got for $17 as sprouting seeds. Now, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. For one, you can't be picky about the variety. If you're looking for a particular variety for flavor, appearance, disease resistance, or what have you, then you might not be able to find that particular type in microgreen form. It's generally basic varieties only, and a lot of times they don't even tell you which variety you're getting. Another thing to consider that you might be getting a hybrid variety, meaning you won't be able to save the seeds and plant them with predictable results. However, in an SHTF scenario, you could still save the seeds and plant them, but you wouldn't necessarily get the variety you were expecting. For example, you might get the hybrid, a variation of the hybrid, or one of the parent varieties. Hybrid plants don't usually become stable until they've been through several growth cycles, which can take years to happen. But since we're talking about survival here, unpredictable results don't really matter that much. You can still eat whatever's produced. I read an article from Mother Earth News where the author saved and planted sun gold cherry tomato seeds and ended up with some plants that resembled sun golds, some that were actually red cherry tomatoes and didn't have much flavor, and, some random stuff. Of course, they were all still edible, so it was no great loss. In a survival situation, saving seeds from hybrids certainly isn't the end of the world because you'll still get something edible even if it's not what you hoped for. Plus, with 36,000 seeds, are you really going to need to save the seeds from your broccoli? Those seeds would probably last you for years unless you shared them all with your neighbors or bartered them away. And yes, seeds will still germinate after several years, even though the rate might be reduced. But let's be real, with 36,000 seeds you can afford to lose a few to poor germination. You can, of course, also use the seeds for their intended purpose, which is growing sprouts or microgreens. Sprouts will give you nutritious food in just 3 to 5 days, and microgreens will be ready in about a week or two. They can also be grown indoors and require very little sunlight, so it's a great idea to invest in some microgreen seeds in case SHTF happens in winter and you can't grow anything outdoors. Having that nutrition could really help you get through until spring when you can start planting outdoors and foraging for wild edibles. So that's my tip for getting seeds in bulk for storage. Do you have any good sources for cheap bulk seeds? Let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, please be sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. This is Tara, the Homestead Hopeful, saying stay prepared, stay safe, and stay hopeful.